welcome to Behind the Music. I'm Kristin, Holton, Prouty, back with you here at our organ at Victory. This weekend we're celebrating All Saints here, and for the whole weekend we'll be thinking about those who have passed away in the last year and celebrating their lives and thinking about the heritage that they've left for the people who come after them. So it's a great weekend. It's always a little bittersweet as we lose those that we love and care for, but we have the hope of a better future. So yeah, it's just a bittersweet time. So this week, we're also continuing through our series on the book of Daniel. And in Daniel chapter 3, we hear this story that I'm sure you all heard in Sunday school about the fiery furnace. The three friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who would not bow down to the image. And so because of that, they were thrown into the furnace, and then miraculously they didn't die. They were seen walking around with a fourth person. And so as you think about these three, we were talking about it in one of our meetings this week. Who do you think were the saints in their lives that enabled them to have such faith that they were willing to stand up against the command of King Nebuchadnezzar? Whether they lived or died, they were not going to do something against their one true God. There had to have been parents or teachers or something. They were in captivity in a country far away from where they had been born, and they still knew who the one true God was. Who was in your life that made a big influence? Was there somebody that when you think back that they were really instrumental in helping you have just a stronger belief in God, or really made you secure in your belief in Christianity and Christ? Think about that for a minute. Our closing hymn this weekend is going to be Faith of Our Fathers. Now, fathers is inclusive. It just means anybody who came before us. So it could be somebody related to you. It could be a pastor. It could be a friend. So the faith of the people who came before us. This was a hymn that was written in 1859 in England by Frederick Faber. And he wrote it because he was thinking about all the people who had given their lives for the faith. So there's a lot of talk about martyrs and so on and so forth. And I'm going to read you one of the texts because we all have opportunities to share our faith. Some live, some die. The Apostle Paul talks about that, whether we live or die. To live is Christ, to die is gain. Some gave all, and maybe that was easier than having to live every day sharing what we believe and never knowing what we're going to expect. So I want to read this verse for you as we're thinking about all of this. How to be a saint for those who come after us, who came before to provide us with the knowledge that we have. Here's a verse from Faith of Our Fathers. Faith of our fathers, we will love, both friend and foe in all our strife, and preach thee too as love knows how, by kindly words and virtuous life. Faith of our fathers, holy faith, we will be true to thee till death. I'm going to play arrangement of Faith of Our Fathers for you now by Lanny Smith, and it's very gentle and it has a nice melody. So as I'm playing, I just invite you to think about these people who were so important in your lives, and also how you're going to continue that legacy and who you're going to pass it along to, whether it's children, grandchildren, friends, neighbors. We all have the opportunity to be a saint. So happy All Saints weekend, and I'll be back with you again next week.